Do internet leads still work in 2025? Harvard says yes, but only if you do this. Hey, if you do any kind of high ticket lead conversion, that means you're selling something of high value and you're trying to convert leads on the internet, this video is for you. Today, I'm gonna break down a Harvard study of over 15,000 leads and how to convert them over 3 years. This is a comprehensive study that looked at over 100,000 calls to these internet leads across multiple different industries and businesses and what got the best results. So that way you can have an advantage on converting these leads. But there's a catch. This study was done a few years ago and things have changed. It's 2025 and there's a lot going on with the internet and how to convert leads. And I'm gonna cover all of it right now. There's strategies in this study that still work. And then there's a handful of things that you're gonna wanna do different to get the best results possible. So first thing, I'm gonna break down the study, share all the insights that are in there and how it might apply to your business. So here's the original study. This was published by Inside Sales and Harvard Business Review. It took 3 years of data looking at 15,000 different leads over multiple industries and over 100,000 follow-ups that were tracked. The goal is to maximize lead response, right? That's what we want to do. If we're generating leads, we want to get the maximum pull through into our sales funnel from all of the leads that we generate. And they discovered 4 distinct things that affect your conversion. So let's go through each one. So number 1, what is the best day to make contact? Believe it or not, it is midweek. Wednesday and Thursday were by far the winners to actually get a hold of your leads. So if a lead comes in over the weekend, you're gonna wanna hit those as many times as possible to get through, but you're gonna have the most luck on Wednesday and Thursday to actually get them on the phone and talk to them. This is super important if you're doing any kind of discovery or if you wanna do any pre-meeting prep to find out a little bit about the lead. So Wednesday, Thursday were the best days to actually get them to pick up and have a conversation. Tuesday and Friday, not so much, right? Which kind of makes sense. Monday, they're coming back, they have a bunch of emails, things on their plate. Tuesday, they're busy working through everything that they went over on Monday. And Friday, half the time they're checked out or they have meetings going on. So Wednesday, Thursday are gonna be your best luck to get a hold of these leads. Number 2, what is the best time to reach out? That actually was between 4 and 5 p.m. Those were the best times to actually get these leads to respond. So don't sleep on later in the day. That single hour window performed best for calls and contact rates. The second best was 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. You want to start your day hitting up those leads and then end your day hitting up those leads to make sure that you get the best pull through on any of the leads that came through your funnel. Number 3, response time matters. We've all heard the saying speed to lead. And guess what? The science and data proves that it's true. So connecting with that lead within 5 minutes makes it 400 times more likely to qualify them. After 10 minutes, that rate drops dramatically. You're 10 times less likely to get a hold of that lead if you wait. So don't wait. Make sure you respond to your leads as soon as possible. And if you don't have a system or an automation built so that your sales team can jump on those leads immediately, you are missing the boat. You're 10 times more likely not able to get a hold of those leads, which is super important. And number 4, the biggest thing that popped up in this study is persistence pays off. Most reps give up after 1 or 2 attempts. That's right, 1 or 2 attempts on these leads that you spent money, time, and energy to get inside your sales funnel, they give up on them. But the study shows that 6 or more follow-ups had a 70% more higher conversion rate. So that means that those leads, they made 6 or more contacts, had a 70% higher conversion rate. So do not give up on your leads. You should be hitting them 8 to 12 times every single time if possible. That's gonna give you the best conversion on your leads. And all that advice still works. It's not theory, it is practice. They put this into play and found out what are the results. But is it falling apart and why? Because believe it or not, today, your calls and text messages might not even reach your leads. That's right. All of the carriers have band together and created filters for robocalls or application calling. A lot of the phones and devices nowadays actually will screen the calls or show up a red on the caller ID for your leads not to respond to your system. So everything that we did in the past to get these lead conversions might not work in the future. And in the latest iOS update, they've actually built a system to pre-screen your calls and put your messages in a different bucket if they're unknown. This is crazy. So that means what you have done till this point may not even work on a large chunk of your leads. And that's right, even SMSs are getting hit by this. There's A2P compliance, there's opt-out messages. All this stuff prevents you converting your leads at the highest quality, which is super important to your business's growth. This is the number one thing that, if done properly, which is your lead generation and qualifying these leads, is going to give you the most velocity on your revenue growth. And that's what you want. You want your revenue to grow. You want your marketing and leads to have the best ROI possible. And guess what? It doesn't matter how perfect your timing is if your leads never see that call or message. You missed the boat. They're gone. This is why we built Project Blue. It lets you send iMessages, right? The blue bubbles that people know, like, and trust right from your CRM. So no iPhone needed, no shady workarounds, right? Of scamming the system. These messages look professional. They get delivered and they're read, right? You get replies. You could trigger them automatically right from your form, or you could do one-off messages right inside your CRM. This is super powerful. This is how the best businesses are getting the most lead conversion in 2025. So do internet leads still work? Absolutely, they still work, but only if you're doing the right things to win, which is speed, timing, persistence, and the method that you choose to reach out to your leads. You should not only call them, text them, but send them SMS or iMessages, even better, so that your leads actually respond. They look personal. There's a lot of cool things that you could do to even increase that personal touch or brand recognition. Project Blue, for example, we built custom voice memos that you could put inside your workflows or send as one-off messages to make those personal. Very soon we'll have the AI component, so you could create AI voice memos that sound like you and are personalized to that particular lead or prospect. The other thing that we've done is add the ability to customize your iCloud account, which is proprietary to Project Blue. This is super powerful. So when you're sending someone a message, Apple will try and send over possibly so-and-so, so that your messages look custom to your business. This helps conversion tremendously. That's what you need today. There's so much noise in the market. You need an edge, whether you're converting leads or trying to increase your revenue. You need some kind of secret weapon in your back pocket to pull out, put inside your business, and give you the most chance to win possible. Things are getting harder to get through, right? If you look like spam, you get treated like spam. And your business isn't spam. You have a legitimate offer to a legitimate prospect. Why not message them or get that message to them the best method possible? So if you haven't checked this out, definitely schedule a demo. We'll walk you through the whole thing. We'll let you know whether this is right for your leads or business or not, because this doesn't work for everybody and there's 1,000 ways to be successful. But the people that are winning, they're looking at what is the latest and greatest and how can I get the best pull through so I can get the fastest revenue generation inside my business. And that's what we help you with. So if you want to learn more, if you want to get this study, reach out to us. I'll send you all the data so you can look at it for yourself and analyze your own pipeline and see if this is right for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next one.